Hey everyone, it's Latina. Today's gonna be a little bit of a shock, a little bit of like a roller coaster, a little bit of a disappointment. The reason for this is because I'm going to be attempting my makeup on how I used to do it, like around 13, 14. Y'all, it's gonna be a mess. I'm gonna be straight up with you, it is gonna be ugly. That's all I gotta say. Like, this is how I used to do my makeup. I'm trying to find several pictures, like, there's my makeup. It always depends how I did it because my everyday makeup was literally nothing. It was just my eyebrows and mascara. And then my going out makeup was like everything but foundation. And then my party makeup was with like full face beat with foundation. But for now, we're gonna stick to the everyday going out makeup. I have everything here, everything old. I even still have some of the things that I used to wear. I'm for sure gonna get rid of this because it's old. It's probably gonna break me out. I'm kind of nervous. I'm even going to do it like step by step on how I used to do it if I remember some things, but I am going to cheat a little bit starting off with the Poreless Putty Primer because I'm already messing up my face. Like, this makeup is probably more than 8 years old and you can see where I use the highlight. And I am not putting my hair up for this because that's how I used to do it. Like, I didn't put my hair up, out of the way. I just straight up did it like this. Okay, the next thing, I still do this, but not the way that I used to. I pluck my eyebrows before doing my makeup. I get my eyebrows threaded, so even back then, if I didn't go get them threaded, I did pluck them, but I would avoid this area and this area. Like, I would literally just pluck my unibrow, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm using my front camera, but I don't know if you can see it. It's a little red right here, but my hairs on the outside are just... Moving on, this one doesn't have a brand anymore, but it's Avon, and the lid is already broken. Like, this is super old, but this is what I used to use for my eyebrows. So, and I used to do them intensely. If you didn't realize, I used to like freaking, and then I'm kind of scared. I used to hate how I did my eyebrows. I would go from the bottom all the way and drag it like that. You see that? And then the same thing for the upper part of the brow. I would overline it just a little bit, not as much. How I'm doing here, that's kind of a mistake of mine. But I'm gonna show y'all what I did when I did make a mistake. So then I would just fill this part in. Sometimes I would even do this. Yes, it hurts me too. Yeah, there's a little bit exaggerated than what I actually did. I'm gonna show you how I fixed that. And then now the other brow. Okay, so big difference. Obviously, I overlined this one. Y'all are gonna laugh at the way I fixed this. I grabbed a little eyebrow brush, whatever you call this. I used to... I'm not even kidding. That's what I used to do. Okay. Eyebrows done. Okay, I want to add this little part. I did used to do this occasionally, but not very often because I used to wear powder instead of like BB cream or foundation. So I'll literally look white, but I don't have powder anymore. So I'm just going to replace it with concealer because if I didn't have powder, I would use concealer. This isn't the same concealer that I used to use, but I literally just do this. And then sometimes I would even go like that. Freaking terrifying. And like, that's all I would do. I wouldn't even put it under my eyes. I don't know what I was thinking. And I know I had a brush for this, but let's just pretend that I'm using a brush. Okay, I wasn't totally insane. Okay, at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling myself. I'm looking cute. My eyebrows looking done. No, that's not all. Let's pretend I'm going out with friends to like downtown or something. That's when I pull out this bad guy right here. I went in with this one. You can see that it's like kind of dipped. Never mind. You can't see that. And then same thing, crease. And I didn't used to like go out or like do something crazy. Like, I just put it on my lid. Kind of like a rainbow motion. At this point, I think I'm looking super cute, okay? Imagine me not freaking wearing concealer under my eyes. Now the next one, I remember always going for the gold for my lids, so that's what we're doing. And funny story, before making this YouTube channel, I used to have another one before this. It was usually just edits, but when I did talk on camera, I remember doing this Q&A. And one of my fun facts was, I'm not the type of girl to usually wear makeup, but when I wore it, I was good at it. Like, no you weren't, bitch. Remember, I used to just stack on the eyeshadow for as long as I can. I'm not done. I would go in with this bronze one and then this like grayish brown. It's not exactly brown, but they were both dark. So I was like, why not? And then I would do it on my corner here and then go in the rainbow motion again. Like, I wouldn't even conceal my eyes. And that's usually what a lot of people did. I even knew that it was a thing, but I was like, it just looks better like this. No, it didn't. After that, I'm not done. I go back in with the first eyeshadow and then just blend everything. And then like, okay, And then for the outside, and then on the top here, my brows, I would usually go for the lightest one and then just outline it like that. Just for the final effect, you know? This is what I used. So I would just do that. And just like the eyeshadow, I used to put on an excessive amount of highlight. And I wouldn't even know it. Like, I was like, yeah, that looks so good. But wait, I'm not done. After that, if I was feeling a little fun and funky, I would add it at the top of my brows like this. Okay, so that's what I would do for no reason. And then next, I would use the same... Nothing fell. We're good. I would use the same palette. Palette, is this what it's called? Because I don't know if I consider this a palette. And then I would use this one for blush. So I would just, you know how I usually go for the cheek? I used to just go like this. Not much of a difference. Yeah, that is doing nothing for me. And then again, my favorite part, highlight used to be my favorite part for some reason. As usual. A little C motion, but overdoing it, you know? And then I did used to do my nose here and an over excessive amount on my top lip and chin. I am exaggerating on how much I put on, but it did end up looking like this. Like, I know I'm a breakout after this. The next step is mascara. And I was like obsessed with taking off all the little clumps like all around for some reason. I didn't used to curl them. I didn't used to do anything. I just went ahead straight and wait. I forgot the most important part that just like topped off the eyeshadow. I forgot that I went in with this brown one. I literally, it's like a little round brush, but I used to hold it like it was a flat brush. And I used to go like this under my eyes. Went for the highlight and added it to my inner corner. Okay, sorry for getting off track. Back to this. As you can see, I'm not doing anything to them. I am just putting it straight on. And I used to only go over it once. Wait for it to dry a little bit because now I go in with this one. I go in and try to separate my lashes and get rid of the clumps. And the last item, we have to go in with a similar brown lipstick. It was either this shade of brown, which is kind of like orangey maroon brown, or like a Barbie pink. Look, let me show you. It was like this pink, depending on what I was feeling, because I did use this palette as well. Like use these shades right here. Let me see if my back camera does a difference. I hope I'm in frame and I hope you can see all this. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But here it is. I hate it and I hope I never get to do this again. I don't even want to look at myself. This is bringing flashbacks, bringing me 2014. It's not as bad as how I used to do it because obviously I blended more. I didn't do that on purpose. Like I just did it flat out on how I used to do it. It turned out pretty good for how I used to do it. This was definitely an interesting experience. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day. Bye.